The emergence and explosion of AI tools is leading to just a overwhelming ocean of mediocre content, right? It's already coming out. You can see it all over the place, but it's going to just increase exponentially as these tools get more widespread, more used, and better, but you can see, since ChatGPT came out, just how many people are using it to create various kinds of content, and using that in a broad sense, whether it's social media content or even I'm getting emails that, written by ChatGPT and that sort of thing. So what I want to talk about in this video is using AI tools to assist you to find and express your unique voice, and how not to just rely on the tools too much, where it's just putting out, the same stuff that it's giving everyone else, and also not to avoid using AI tools because being afraid that it will take away from your, unique human voice, expression, creativity, and that you'll just be, using AI as a crutch and as a replacement, right? Which you definitely don't want to do. So my background's in the film industry in the U.S., Hollywood. I was a screenwriter and director, so spent, 15 plus years writing scripts, and, I directed a movie, came out in 2019, Amazon Prime and Apple TV if you want to check it out. But point is that I spent all this time developing my creative skill set, of storytelling, movie writing, directing, filmmaking. And then recently, over the last year and a half, basically since ChatGPT, I've started to use the AI tools, and more to the point now where I'm making completely AI-generated videos for clients, right? And so, I want to, talk about this whole thing because I am not someone who was not a creator or creative, and then, just kind of got into it with the AI tools. Nothing wrong with that, but I was someone who my whole thing was creative, and because of that, I was at first resistant to the AI tools, and I see a lot of creative people are resistant to AI tools because, they don't want to get replaced or lose their voice style, etc. And so I was resistant at first, but then as I continued to experiment with the tools, and I'm talking about, the large language model like ChatGPT, Claude, also talking about image generation, Midjourney, DALL-E, and video generation like Runway and, a bunch of other ones, and audio generation, 11 Labs. And the point being that as I experimented with it, I saw that, first of all, just the writing models, like just on the writing side, before we actually get to making, video or audio or images, just on the writing side, that actually I could use the tools to help me. And they did help and they do now help my process, and I now use them every day. I actually prefer Claude now to ChatGPT as far as most of my writing, because I just find it's a better writer. It has a much better command of narrative and storytelling. But point being is that I didn't and I don't just input into the tools, write me a story or write me a post or whatever, and just copy and paste it, right? Because then you're just relying too much on the tools, and it's not going to be any of you in it, right? And so I go through a whole process, basically treating the Claude or ChatGPT as a writing assistant. And so I'm going back and forth with the tool, saying, okay, I'm working on this kind of story. Here's all my ideas for this kind of story. Can you give me some other ideas? And I might say, give me specifically some ideas for characters, or give me some ideas for what else could happen in this story, or that sort of thing, right? And then it'll pop out ideas, and then I'll look through them and I'll say, okay, don't like those, but yeah, that one seems interesting. What if we took that to this other place, or what if we brought that character and he actually had this other background, right? And so I'm going back and forth as if, like a creative partner, a writing partner. I'm going back and forth, but it's more like a writing assistant because I'm in charge, right? So then that's what you got to remember. You're in charge, and you got to make sure that your authorship is in charge, right? And so it's still coming from you. You're just using the tool as a helper, right? And so I go through this long brainstorming process, right, with the AI tool, or going back and forth, and then I'm like, okay, now can you organize all these ideas into an outline or a one-page, summary or whatever? And this is, one thing that the large language models are really good at, right, is summarizing or organizing information right into an outline. They're really good at that. So I'll have this whole conversation with all these notes, and it would take me a while to go back and get them all and organize them into a cohesive fashion, but the AI does it in seconds, right? That saves a ton of time. Very good, right? And then I keep working from there, right? Then I get to an outline, and then again back and forth with different ideas, building out the outline, fleshing it out, and then onto the actual text of the piece, and again back and forth. And writing, I'm saying, and I'm giving samples of my writing and saying make like this, right? And then in the case of making videos, again, putting in prompts, but then I'm changing it and putting in other references, and keep working on it until they're not just looking like generic Midjourney images or what have you, right? And so the main point of this video is that you must use and develop your unique human voice, creativity, creative skill set, right? Like I referred to my, storytelling, I would say, is my kind of meta skill set, creative skill set. And then also your style or your tone, right? Like we can say that, filmmakers like Christopher Nolan, Quentin Tarantino, right? They both have, a storytelling and directing skill set, but their styles are totally different, right? And the tone is totally different, right? And the voice is totally different, right? So it's the same for you, is you got to create your own and develop your own unique style, voice, skill set, and then use AI tools to assist you to express that, right? And to get it out in the form of whatever it is, writing, visual, images, video, or whatever the case may be. But the point is, if you don't have your unique human voice and style in whatever you're creating, and it's mostly created by the AI, well, that's just going to be another piece of mediocre content that's going to be the same as so much other content that's made by the AI tools with very little human involvement or effect. And that's just going to be a bunch of crap all over the internet, right? So to stand out, you really need to have your own unique human voice in it, but you're also going to need the AI tools, or you're just going to get left behind. You're just going to get outproduced by people using AI tools. You're just not going to be able to keep up with them. And because of the AI tools, what's changing the game is you will be able to keep up with everybody as just a sole person. In other words, right now, as an independent creator, we can't keep up with somebody who has a whole studio, like a Mr. Beast, right? Or just a classic Hollywood studio, right? We can't keep up with them. They have so much resources, people, money, practitioners, craftsmen, what have you, that we can't keep up with them, right? But with the AI tools, because they can do, right, the work of so many people, we will be able to keep up, right, as an independent creator of some kind. An independent creator could be anything, content, but you could be an artist, you can be a solopreneur, right, an entrepreneur. We can talk about business too, this isn't just about art, right? So you will be able to keep up. But the point is, to keep up, you need the tools, but then also to actually succeed, to stand out, and to attract anyone to you, whatever you're trying to attract them to you for, to buy something or to view your content or whatever it is, you're going to need your unique, it's going to need to be unique and stand out and be special. And that can only come from you as a person and from your own unique voice, experiences, and skill sets. And so that's what you really need to develop. But use the AI tools to help you to make more stuff. Because when you make more stuff, you develop your voice much faster. You develop your style much faster than if you are slowly making stuff, right? And I learned this, the hard way by spending way too much time on different movie scripts, where like I just kept rewriting the same script over and over, as opposed to moving on and writing a new script. But actually, the development of my skills and my voice happened much quicker once I started writing more scripts, as opposed to just keep working on the same one. So I would encourage you to try to produce as much as you can, and in other words, focus more on quantity and let quality develop naturally, because it will. The more you do, the more the quality will develop. And so you can, if you look on my channel, right, first of all, these videos of me talking, I've been doing these for 2 months straight every day. You can see all the past videos, and it's just pure focus on quantity. I'm doing one every day. The first month I had no outline or anything. Now I'm using Claude to help me outline it, but I'm having it make the outlines based on the transcripts of my previous videos. So everything in there, everything in the outlines is from me. It's from my ideas, my perspectives, my stories, right? And so it's not from Claude, it's from me, but Claude is organizing it for me, again, to help me save time, and so I can do them every day, right? And so, without spending all day on it, right? So I'm doing these, right, the focus on quantity, and quality will catch up, right? And in the short section on my channel, you can see all these AI-generated videos I made, and that was before I had any clients. That was just for me to try to make a bunch to, again, develop my skills, and those got better as they went on. You can look at them in my short section, and now I have, clients that I'm making AI-generated videos for. So, so that's the video for today, and it's just an encouragement to use the AI tools and work them into your process, but use them as an assistant and a helper, or a person you would hire, to help you make stuff, but to really focus on using and developing your creative skill set, your unique voice and style, and making sure that that is heavily imprinted in everything you create, and that everything you create with the help of AI tools couldn't be created by someone else using those same AI tools, right? It still has to be something that only you could create. It can only come from you, but you're just using the AI tools to help your process, help you move faster, and help you create more stuff that you can create, and just kind of expand the possibilities. So thanks for watching the video, and tune back in tomorrow for the next one.